Hey, I'm Rob, welcome to Reframe. The reason some chord progressions hit hard and others don't is because of the use of movement and tension.
There are 3 ways to get more movement and tension in your chord progressions.
1. Suspensions. The definition of a suspension is raising or lowering the major or minor third to make the chord ambiguous in its quality. By quality, I mean major or minor, happy or sad. When you raise the third
To a sus4
or lower the third
to a sus2. You're not telling the listener if you're implying a major or a minor chord.
So it's down to the vocal melody that you're singing on top of this chord to determine whether it's major or minor.
In this example, I'm only playing a C sus2 chord. Then it's the vocal melody that determines whether it's sad or happy by touching the minor third or the major third.
I'm so suspended, I'm not sure. Now I'm sad. Now I'm happy.
There's subtle dissonances between that suspension note
Which is in the chord.
and maybe the major or minor third that you are singing. A passing chord. A passing chord is a chord that's used to transition from one chord to another chord. This can come in the form of a dominant chord, a perfect fifth above your destination chord, or a diminished chord, one semitone below your destination chord. These passing chords create subtle tension. A diminished chord is a highly tense chord, so we don't stay on it for very long. That kind of tension and then release is really pleasant to our ears. So it can make us feel something when we play them. Then we have inversions. An inversion is when you play a normal chord, a C major for example, and the bass note is one of the arpeggio notes of the C major. So the bass note could be an E, which is the major third, or a G, which is the perfect fifth. Let's say we go with the E bass note. Chord would now be called C/E. The reason we might use inversions is to make the bass movement more linear, which just means putting the bass notes next to each other. For example, in the chord progression C to F, which is a 1 to 4 in the key of C major. You might want to put E in the bass of C, and then we can play F as the root note of the next chord. We have one inversion and that's the first chord. So playing that inversion means that those two root notes are right next to each other. They're only a semitone apart from each other. Then maybe the next time we play the C chord, we could do a different inversion of that and add the G in the bass, which is the perfect fifth. So all of those notes are next to each other, and that creates tension and movement. It's very effective for us to feel something. So chord progressions can hit hard when you use certain techniques. You create movement and tension by using suspended chords, passing chords, and inversions. Thanks for watching this episode of Reframe. I'm Rob. Bye. For now.